Every predator fails. Lions succeed in roughly 25% of their hunts. Great white sharks miss more often than they connect. Cheetahs, the fastest land animal on Earth, fail more than half the time. Hunting is hard. Prey escapes. Predators go hungry. This is the accepted reality of the natural world. And then there are these animals, predators with success rates so high that scientists who study them struggle to find documented failures. Not 50%, not 70%, not even 90%. Some of these animals succeed on nearly every single attempt. Welcome to Flora Fauna. 1. African wild dog, Lycaon pictus. The African wild dog succeeds in approximately 80% of its hunts, nearly triple the success rate of lions hunting the same prey on the same landscape. It does not rely on speed or strength. It relies on endurance and communication. Packs pursue prey at moderate speeds for distances of up to 3 miles, rotating lead runners to prevent exhaustion, while vocalizing constantly to coordinate position and strategy. Prey that escapes the initial chase is followed, relentlessly, until it cannot run anymore. The wild dog does not sprint. It simply does not stop. And prey, eventually, always does. 2. Saltwater crocodile, Crocodilus porosus. The saltwater crocodile positions itself at water edges where animals come to drink, motionless, submerged to eye level, for hours. It does not pursue. It does not stalk. It waits until prey is within strike range, then lunges with a full-body explosion of force that covers the distance between water and prey in under a second. Its bite force, the strongest of any animal ever measured, closes before prey can respond to the movement. In ambush studies, success rates for crocodiles with optimal positioning approach 100%. The hunt is decided before it begins, by where it chose to wait. 3. Mantis shrimp, Odontodactylus silurus. The mantis shrimp strikes with appendages that accelerate at 10,000 grams, faster than a bullet, generating a cavitation bubble on impact that produces a secondary shockwave even when the strike misses. The prey is hit twice, by one strike. Its visual system detects prey movement before the strike begins, tracking and locking with a precision that leaves almost no margin for escape. In laboratory conditions, researchers have yet to document a mantis shrimp missing a targeted strike. It does not miss. The physics of what it does makes missing nearly impossible. 4. Electric eel, Electrophorus electricus. The electric eel does not chase prey. It generates an 860-volt discharge that causes involuntary muscle contractions in every fish within range, making escape physically impossible before the eel moves at all. A fish cannot swim away from an electric eel. Its muscles stop working before it decides to flee. Success rate in hunting studies, effectively 100%. When the weapon removes the possibility of escape, the hunt cannot fail. 5. Peregrine falcon, Falco peregrinus. At 240 miles per hour, the fastest recorded speed of any animal on Earth, the peregrine falcon strikes prey with a force that kills on contact. It does not need to grip. It does not need to pursue. The strike itself is the kill. At that speed, the falcon's impact with a mid-sized bird produces kinetic energy sufficient to decapitate prey in a single pass. Prey that detects the incoming falcon has approximately 0.2 seconds to react. At 240 miles per hour, 0.2 seconds is not enough. 6. Trapdoor spider, Ctenizidae family. The trapdoor spider builds a hinged door over its burrow, precisely fitted, camouflaged with soil and debris, and waits beneath it, with its legs touching silk trip lines extending across the ground above. When prey touches a trip line, the door opens in milliseconds and the spider strikes before the prey completes its next step. The entire sequence, detection, door opening, strike, capture, takes less than 0.02 seconds. The prey never knew there was a door. It never knew there was a spider. It simply stopped existing before it understood why. 7. Dragonfly, Anisoptera. The dragonfly holds the highest hunting success rate of any predator ever studied, approximately 95%. It does not chase prey. It intercepts it. Its brain dedicates 80% of its processing power to vision, 360-degree compound eyes covering almost its entire head, tracking multiple targets simultaneously. It calculates where prey will be, not where it is, and flies to that point, arriving precisely as the prey does. It selects a single target from a swarm of hundreds, locks onto it, and intercepts with a precision that researchers describe as mathematically perfect. 95 out of every 100 hunts end in a kill. It has been doing this for 300 million years. 8. Pitcher plant mosquito trap. Nepenthes species. The pitcher plant does not move. It does not chase. It does not strike. It simply exists. Its pitcher filled with digestive fluid, its rim coated in nectar that insects cannot resist. Insects that land on the rim encounter a surface made of microscopic overlapping waxy plates that collapse under the weight of an insect leg, like a floor that becomes a slope the moment weight is applied. Every insect that lands on the rim falls in. Not most, every one. A trap with a 100% success rate, built from a leaf, filled with rainwater, requiring no energy expenditure whatsoever. The most efficient predator on this list does not move at all. 9. Orca. Orcinus orca. Orcapods, hunting in coordinated groups, achieve success rates that approach 100% against almost every prey type they target. They have been documented using wave washing, creating targeted waves to knock seals off ice floes, with a precision requiring multiple animals to coordinate timing, direction, and wave height simultaneously. They have been filmed teaching this technique to juveniles. They have developed different hunting strategies for different prey in different oceans, strategies that vary between populations and are passed culturally between generations. Orcas do not just hunt successfully, they innovate, they teach, they improve. The most intelligent marine predator on Earth is also consistently the most successful one. 10. Bald eagle, Haliaeetus leucocephalus. The bald eagle fishing success rate, documented across multiple long-term studies, sits between 70 and 90% depending on conditions. But under optimal conditions, clear water, concentrated fish, experienced adult eagle, observed success rates reach effectively 100% within single hunting sessions. It spots fish from 100 feet above the surface, calculates the refraction angle of light through water to locate the actual position of the fish rather than its apparent position, adjusts its approach, and strikes feet first at the precise point where fish and talons will intersect. It accounts for physics that humans needed mathematics to describe. The eagle does it by instinct, at speed, every time. 11. Cheetah, high-speed chase. Acinonyx jubatus. The cheetah's overall hunt success rate is modest, around 50%. But within specific prey size ranges and terrain types, that number changes dramatically. Cheetahs hunting small to medium gazelles on open flat terrain achieve success rates exceeding 90% in documented studies. At 75 miles per hour, with a turning radius tighter than any prey animal its size, the cheetah, in its optimal conditions, is functionally unstoppable. The 50% overall figure includes hunts attempted in suboptimal conditions against oversized prey in terrain that limits speed. Remove those variables. The number becomes something else entirely. 12. Cone snail, Conus geographus. The geography cone snail fires a harpoon-like tooth from a flexible proboscis that can reach any direction, including backward along its own shell. The conotoxin it injects causes paralysis within seconds. There is no antidote. In every documented case of cone snail predation, prey was successfully captured following the strike. The venom removes the possibility of escape so rapidly that pursuit becomes unnecessary. Pick up a cone snail. It does not chase you. It simply fires, and the outcome has already been decided. 13. Portia spider, Portia fimbriata. The Portia spider hunts other spiders, including species larger and more venomous than itself. Using a strategy so sophisticated, it has been described as the closest thing to planning observed in an invertebrate. It approaches target webs from angles that keep it out of the resident spider's visual field. It plucks web strands to mimic the vibrations of trapped prey or a potential mate, drawing the target into striking range. It detours, sometimes leaving a direct route to take a longer path that provides better attack angles, a decision that requires holding the target in mind while it is out of sight. Planning, deception, tactical detour. In a spider with a brain the size of a poppy seed. 14. Archerfish, Toxotes jaculator. The archerfish hunts insects sitting on vegetation above the water surface, shooting them down with a precisely aimed jet of water from its mouth. It accounts for the refraction of light at the water surface, the bending of light that makes objects above water appear in a different position than they actually occupy. It calculates the correct aim point for the actual position of the insect. Not the apparent one. It fires. The insect falls. The archerfish is already moving to intercept it before it hits the water. In laboratory studies, experienced archerfish hit targets on the first shot with a consistency that researchers describe as remarkable. A fish doing optics in real time. 15. Dragonfly larva, Anisoptera, larval stage. We began with the adult dragonfly and its 95% success rate. We end with what it was before it could fly. The dragonfly larva lives underwater, sometimes for years before emerging, and hunts using a structure called a labium, a hinged jaw that can extend to 1/3 of its body length in a strike lasting 25 milliseconds. It targets tadpoles, small fish, and aquatic insects, prey often larger than itself. Success rate in strike studies above 90%. The same animal, a completely different body, a completely different environment, the same extraordinary precision. From larva to adult, the dragonfly has spent 300 million years becoming the closest thing to a perfect predator that evolution has produced. And in all that time, it has very rarely missed. Thank you for hunting with us today. This is Flora Fauna.